They left the lights on again.
I have a quick question. My name is Pablo from Mexico.
Buenos dias.
I've been hearing a lot about your group. They've been saying y'all weren't gonna make it.
Hey, y'all been grinding, man. Y'all doing y'all thing.
Or something towards that.
People only say when they feel threatened. They
No, when I was thinking about it when I was saying a little promo.
That's why they say
I
that.
said, well, you asked.
Yeah.
Twist to it.
Yeah.
Well, you ask podcast.
And that's the way I hear it. Every time I read the
We're
thing.
gonna give y'all the realness, the rawest opinion.
No,
You gotta ask us a question.
You got it already? That's my head of the story. Nobody
You know I'm a boss if you checking facts. You know I've been on since a cabbage patch. If your music don't hit, then don't send me that. And my only rebuttal is where you ask. You know I'm a boss if you checking facts. You know I've been on since a cabbage patch. If your music don't hit, then don't send me that. And my only rebuttal is where you ask.
What up? It's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond.
What up, what up? It's your boy T1.
Hey man, it's your boy D, aka Mr. Live at 5.
And this is the Well You Asked podcast. Well, you asked us a question, we definitely will answer that question. Any topic, any question, any situation, we got you. We definitely gonna talk about it. What up to Overtime Hustling tuning in? What up to Honda Civic tuning in, aka Lambo? What up, Honda? Honda Warren.
Where's AC Tina Turner? AC Tina.
Wow. we going.
That's gonna be that day.
Right
I
now.
don't know this one. I'm gonna have to catch up to
That's
that.
what we were talking smack for game night. They beat us
okay.
for game night. We're like, for I don't know, because
What was the games?
Are you
Black
talking about the
people-
last game?
The last game night.
Yeah, what was the games?
Oh, the one
Black
that
Card
you did?
Vote.
The one.
It was a card. It was Black Card Vote. That's where we ask you black questions you should know.
Oh, okay. I got
I
you.
know
I
you
got that one.
Well, you gotta be so good. So we lost. They won.
Doing his thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Radioactive doing their thing. Shout out to Albie with the music that he's doing. And we have a special guest in the building. D.W. Goodlow, aka Dat Mayne DeeWayne, aka Good Visuals in the building. What up? What up?
We're gonna eventually get our sound effects, man.
We gonna
Oh yeah,
sound effects
actually,
stuff.
because when y'all started, I think it would be dope. Like, was you like, welcome to the Well You Asked. I think y'all should say that together.
Yeah.
That would be in unison.
We tried to.
That would be
Sometimes
dope.
she tried to do her own thing.
And she'll change it up.
She's
Like,
independent.
Like she'll
another
change it when we
second,
get here.
Yeah. Like,
Okay,
like what we doing?
like the intro. She changed the intro. She was like, "Hey, we're gonna do this on the intro." I'm like, "Huh? Why would you want to do it for a commercial?" No, we're gonna do it right now.
Just keep me on your toes. It's spontaneous.
Tell them.
Spontaneous. She's great.
It's her show, so if it goes wrong, blame her. Me and Travis
It's
just
her, all on her.
It's
Me and Travis just here, so we won't get fined.
So it's crazy. So I met him after doing his logo. A mutual rapper friend of ours introduced me to him. We're doing the logo, so I never met him in person. I just did his logo off of Microsoft Word. That's before I knew Photoshop. That's how bad I was. I didn't know about Photoshop. Opened up Word, did his logo. That's the logo he still uses today, even though I made him a new one.
Yeah, she did. She just sent it to me after,
I was like, I'm a week ready to just look.
She was like, I'm gonna send you a new logo. I want you to use that one. I
Cause
was like,
I
it's dope. It's nice.
But this is the
And I
one.
kept it.
So I did his logo, never met him in person. Then I started watching his kids in the summer program. He came to pick up his kids, and that's when I put two and two together.
Oh, okay.
Cause I didn't even know his
Because you like
name.
these
In my
badass
phone,
kids
to
and
this-
this nigga here. Oh, okay.
And it's crazy because I did not know his name. True to this day.
Oh, that was a young kid.
Right.
To this day, his name in my phone is Mr. Logo, and his wife is Mrs. Logo. Mrs. Logo, Mr. Logo, and I know.
Gotcha. That's what's up.
And then I watched his kids. His kids are good. Good kids, had no trouble.
They
I didn't even pay her to say that.
No. We had trouble one time, and ever since,
Yeah,
that was a mistake.
No, they're going to
Any
test
kid gonna test you.
Any kid will test you. But he wasn't testing me, he tested somebody else. He knew not to test me, he tested somebody else. But since that
Hey,
day,
This teacher a punk.
You know what? It takes
even his nieces and
is what I
nephews,
say.
yeah,
Mhm.
grandparents come up, they don't play. So good kids.
Mhm.
Yeah, shout out to all the teachers, principals, anybody in the
Olivia
school
Pope.
system, man.
Thank you. I'm the Olivia Pope. Thank you.
Shout out to y'all, cause right now
Donna
it's a
Goodlove.
crazy
Thank
time.
you. She gets it. She knows my job title. When things go wrong, I'm the one that fixes it. Thank you.
Sometimes.
All the time.
Like speaking of trying, I just had to start. Remember when LeVar Ball was like everybody was considering this man annoying because he was always in front of it, and it seemed like his sons just fell in line with everything.
Mhm.
And Christine Leahy from FS1 at the time was questioning his parents,
Right.
and it made me think: what if at some point all three of them boys tried their daddy at one point, and he set such an example
Mhm.
as to they never
Did it again.
Right.
came at that, did that toward that man like that again.
Mhm.
Not saying that you as you get older, you're gonna start to feel, smell yourself or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You may say certain things with a little slick shit, but I feel like either something happened and he responded that way, or he he did something right out the gate.
Yeah.
And let them know dad ain't to be fucked.
And you know what? You got to.
Yeah.
By the time your son is 11, 12 years old, you got to just walk up to him and punch him in the chest. Like
I
if you punch him, you got to make him cry.
I agree.
You got to make him cry. So they realize, like, oh, my daddy can hurt me.
Like Martin
You know what I'm
Lawrence.
saying? So when you get
remember
older,
Martin Lawrence?
you'll know that I can still hurt
She
you.
did that.
So you will respect me.
No, Martin Lawrence said he was talking about this on
Now I'm going to get like that, but child.
What's that stand-up? The stand-up Martin Lawrence did. Not Run Till That. You So Crazy.
Oh, one from the 90s.
Yeah. When he was
so
like,
crazy.
When you
gotta
can beat
go
your
to the
kids and not
pool.
go to jail.
Right, he was like, you gotta go, this is tight, nigga. Don't come in here starting no shit. Get your ass up to the umbilical cord. Yeah, you gotta get him better.
Yeah, you got to.
And like, I don't necessarily need my kids to fear me. I just need them to respect me.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
If you
That's what
respect
it
me
is,
enough,
100.
you won't try me. I didn't. My dad wasn't around, but from what my mama told me, I see my dad. I know how he look. He's about 6'5", 6'6". My mama told me a story about a dude owing him $5, and he turned the dude upside down by his feet and dropped him. Why would I want to try that?
That was enough for you,
Why
right?
would I
Enough,
try
enough. You know what? I'm
That's
good.
dumb.
I'm good.
He did that to a grown man. Why would I?
Over $5.
Over $5.
Nah.
said, TJ Goodlow, I wasn't able to make it, but I'm here in spirit. Thank you. It's all good. We know you're here to support us.
Oh yeah.
It's all
Aubrey gonna
good.
come in and speak on his character, Ricky from the
Oh,
sitcom.
I mean, we can just have
Is that a
Let's talk
TV
about
show? I think I just did a
It
TV.
is. Let's talk about
Come later in the show. We will be talking about the
Let's
odd
talk
life.
about it now. What's it called?
The Odd Life of Shay Little.
How do you come up with that title?
Yes.
So that's a good question, actually. So the sitcom revolves around the little girl being raised by two dads,
Mhm.
her real dad and her stepdad,
Okay.
and they were brought together by life circumstances to live together, and now they're raising the same daughter. What ultimately happened is the mom and the dad had a relationship, and the daughter was born, but they were never intending to be together.
Like exclusive.
Yeah, they were just, they were doing
Yeah,
their thing. And the dad is in music. He raps. He makes videos, and very similar to my life. And the mom married the new dad, who's a white guy and quite the opposite of who he was. So later in life, a couple of years down the road, and everybody gets along great. Everybody gets along really well. But the mom goes missing. She joins the military, and that's why that family ends up moving out of town, and she goes missing in action.
Oh wow.
And so the daughter and the stepdad have to move back to San Antonio. And in the first episode, the stepdad has to find his own place to live. And then by the end of the episode, you see the twists and turns, which comes to him ending up living there with him now in here.
Aubrey said that you hired him, fired him, and then hired him again.
Yeah, so did.
No, like for real?
Yeah, so did.
Why did you fire him?
Because I came up with this sitcom like 5 years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, because I'll sit on ideas for a while until I feel I'm ready,
Right.
you know, not only in like emotionally, but in my skill level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, and what I want to put out. And so when I first started up this idea, I started rocking with Aubrey on his music videos, and I just seen the star on him then, and I was like, dude, like, I got this sitcom. I think he'd be great for the lead role, yada yada. But the more I developed in my craft, and I started seeing and I developed the story, I started seeing who the character was, and his personality didn't lend to that character. So when we started doing a casting call, you know, and we did a Texas-wide casting call for every role.
I didn't know. I would have tried.
You know
Well,
what?
I saw the post, but
I didn't know. I didn't know
I don't
about you.
think I knew them.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew them. I knew you, but I didn't think we were like doing the podcast. We were doing the casting call, but I saw that. I could have been an extra.
I mean, I probably like if it was, especially if it was shared, I probably seen it, but I probably just scrolled because at that time, like I probably wasn't there mentally to even be thinking about doing something like that. So
And that's the way it happens. You know, that's the way it happens until you make a little noise.
I was almost an extra at the skating rink. I couldn't make it. Can
you skate?
Yes, I can skate.
You said that like
it'd be better if
the person that
the video.
The person
I
that
can
even
feel like
had
I can't.
noodles. Oh yeah, I can skate.
And y'all, I think then y'all shoot
Why
one
do you
of the
keep
y'all
it
shot one of the scenes at barbershop, right?
Mm-hmm. At Royalty.
Royalty, yeah, that's
Mhm.
where.
Oh, okay.
Shout
I
out.
used to get my
That's
haircut.
Texas T, right?
Yeah, Texas T. Shout out to
Texas
Texas
T.
T for letting us do the
So
shoot there.
let's talk about some of the people that's in it besides Honda Civic, Lil Aubrey. Your daughter's in it,
Yes,
main
she
character.
Okay.
And like I said, we actually did the full Texas-wide, you know, casting call, and I didn't cast her because I didn't want to make that decision.
Yeah,
and
that
it be
makes
looked
sense.
at like that. So we had a number of young ladies. You know, we had over 250 people
Bobby Goodlow.
overall
Okay, that's a
sent
good
in.
turnout.
Only 7 from San Antonio
Okay.
for every role. A total of 7 people, like two men for the dad role, maybe 2 or 3 for the best friend role, 2 or 3 girls, but all the rest was from outside of San Antonio. Which
That's not,
you know,
I don't even know. I don't want to say it, but that is not shocking.
It's not.
well, but you know what? Again, if this is the way I look at it,
But
if I'm
they
in
based
business,
on where they're from, though. They based on their talent. Like,
but how do
But yeah.
how do I get my message out there louder?
Right.
If they didn't see it and they don't know about me, well then why? That's my responsibility.
Yeah.
It ain't the city. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us as artists will question the city and be like, man, they ain't showing us no love.
Mhm.
Well, what are you doing to give them to make them show you love?
that's
Now,
what you-
just your
And see,
music
we
ain't
was
enough.
talking about
Just
that.
your talent ain't enough.
We actually talked about that. Like I remember I ain't gonna say that no names or nothing like that, but like some artists or whatever feel like your podcast ain't big enough for me to come on, so I'm not gonna waste my time. to
They
do that.
say that. Like,
But you don't know who we're reaching. You don't know who we're reaching on ours.
Mhm.
So if you were smart, you would cover all the podcasts.
Mhm.
You know, that would be the smart thing to do. But then when you complain, you like, okay, so did you go to where you asked? Nah, I ain't go there. Okay, well, you missed the demographic there. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? And that's the way you got to look at it. That's
Right.
the word you use right there, demographic, because it's all a business. And this is why I kept the logo here, because it's branding.
Right.
You know, I didn't want to change the logo up midstream because people
makes
already
sense.
know what this logo is. So
And
when
that
they
logo
see
is
it,
clean.
I know. That's like
and it works.
That's the go-to logo. People like, man, she does logo. They be showing this go-to logo. I'm like, don't be showing my logo. I do better work now. That's like the
Nah, that-
But it
I
still
know,
works. It
that's
still
what
goes.
it
It meets everything I was trying to say.
My tattoo artist said that to me before, where she has a cousin,
Mhm.
and like when she started doing it when she was 16, and her cousin like let her, you know, tattoo his arm a little bit, you know, just kind of get her skills up. But now, you know, she done did all my work. She did my wife's work, mother-in-law, whatever.
I might need to holler at her.
You need
Me and
to.
my son been looking at to get some more tats.
Well, I'll give you that info.
Already.
Here?
Yeah, here.
Oh, okay.
TJ Goodlow. Shout out to TJ for tuning in. Is that the best way?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I started going on to another story. Yeah, that's my wife right
That's
there.
what I thought. Wifey says that Tazzy, which is their daughter, Tazzy, had to audition and did an amazing job. It wasn't handed to her, and she had to wait for it.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
we actually
That's-
let it go
that's
to the. I built a team to help me create it. We have a team of producers. Shout out to I always go blank when I'm in moments like this. Deanna Brown and Andrew Jacoby and Jessica Ochoa. And then of course my wife. You know, they helped build this. So we let the team vote. You know, we took our, you know, our family ties out of it,
Yeah.
and we did a number scale so that it would be more fair for whoever the people that were chosen. And I ended up playing the role of the dad in it. And that wasn't even by choice, but again, because of, you know, logistics and, you know, the lack of people that we had really applied for the role in San Antonio, the team ended up, we discussed it, and it fit for me to play the role of it. And then that's when we brought Aubrey back to play the role of Ricky, because his personality lent to that character of the best friend.
Okay.
And he's a rapper in the show as well. So it fits.
Yeah.
And then we have Aunt Pat. I'm sorry, because
No, go
I
ahead.
know we were going over
No,
the
go
characters earlier. We have Aunt Pat, played by Danielle King. She is the wise, cracking, older aunt of the family.
Okay.
Who exactly. So it's real relatable.
Right.
She is wise beyond her years, and she owns the room when she comes in. She's that character.
Okay.
And so then we have Jeff Elliott. He's playing the role of Daryl, aka the real.
Is that the stepdad dude?
No, the stepdad is actually Milton. I didn't speak about him. He's played by Jonathan Flanders.
Okay.
Okay. Well, shout out to your cast.
Real
When
quick.
can we see this?
Hold on, real quick. I just want to point something out that he said. He said his wife, and in that he said a team and help.
Oh yeah.
Why? That's why can't it be that simple? Why can't it be that simple all the time? So for all y'all that's not married, find somebody that's willing to be a part of the team and willing to help. That's all I want to say.
I agree.
Creative Circuit Studios and Forward Progress was part of the team to help build everything.
Those are production companies, or?
Forward Progress is a nonprofit that I'm associated with,
Okay.
and Creative Circuit Studios is Andrew Jacoby's, and he's a very talented individual. He's also a director. They have some plays and other productions coming out in the works too right now. So be on the lookout for
When
that.
can we see your sitcom?
November 16th is the launch.
Oh, okay.
16.
What?
I've been waiting.
And where?
I've been waiting
Where?
on it.
We'll be able to see it.
Everywhere we could put it free. So we're trying to get as many eyes on it as possible. We're going to have it on YouTube, and our website is where we're trying to drive everybody to our YouTube channel.
Okay.
But as the months go on, because once it's out there, it's going to be out there.
Right.
But what we're going to do is we're doing it as if you were watching this on a regular station. So
Oh,
every
drop-
Tuesday
Drop an episode.
at 8 o'clock, we're going to be dropping an episode for 5 weeks.
That's nice, man.
Okay.
That's
Awesome.
nice, man.
And then
Congratulations on that, man.
Seriously.
That's a nice look, man. From what I see, I haven't did enough research on it, but like you probably the first person in the city to actually put something together like that.
Well, there's definitely a lot of talented filmmakers here in the city. There's a young lady who actually has I don't know if it's called a sitcom or a dramedy, but she has like a cartoon niche based on real people show on Netflix, shot right here in San Antonio.
Oh, that's nice.
I
Nice.
can't think of her name. Forgive me for that one, but there's going to be people out there that recognize that. But there's a lot of talented people from San Antonio doing their thing. San Antonio has, it's so big.
It's big.
Right.
We don't
Yeah.
realize everybody that's doing things. We
Right.
sleep on ourselves. And my goal is to, to show us that, like, when we look at other cities and we see it on TV and things like that, and I've been to California, I've been to New York, and I see these cities and I'm like, damn, like, that's just the east side.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the north side over there. Like, I've been there before. You know what I mean? Like, not saying that they ain't got their hoods and ain't bad or whatever, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to go to some place. Yeah, but we got them same places in San Antonio. Bro.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We got beautiful places in San Antonio. We got hoods in San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like any other city in America.
it be like any other city. And once we recognize that we got it here, then what everybody say, oh, somebody need to put it on the map. We on the map. We just got to recognize that we on the map.
Exactly. Aubrey Warren said that this man is hella humble. It started with a thought, which turned into reality, and his own money with a group of people he put together as a team. That's true. He's truly a future filmmaking legend. Okay, talk that shit. Talk that
Thank
shit.
you. Thank you.
He
Appreciate
said
that.
we're bringing Hollywood to Texas.
Well, Just to throw this out there, man. If y'all ever need some people, we are definitely available. I always wanted to do I used to have little sketches I used to do on Facebook, like back in the day. Just little random sketches. It was just me by myself, but I play like a son want to go to a movie with his homeboy, but it's like 3 weeks in a row, and his dad is like,
oh yeah, I remember that. You stopped doing those.
Yeah, okay. Like, you gay? It was like, hey bro, I ain't gonna be able to make it. You know? So it was just like different things like that, and then I was just like, man, sketch. It don't even have to be a comedy, but just sketch. I don't even know what to really call it, but that aspect, like Key and Peele, like I would be definitely down for stuff like that. Because I mean, why limit ourselves to a certain, I guess, genre like rap? Okay, why limit yourself? You see what Ice Cube did? He fully transitioned. 50 Cent, you know, stuff like that. Like, don't put yourself in a box to where your only source of expression, I would say, is music.
Right.
You know
Well, I want to ask you a question because your sitcom, you know, is family based. What made you want to do family based instead of, you know, nowadays a lot of the sitcoms, not really sitcoms, but a lot of the shows that are doing big have to do with drugs, that type of world. What made you go family based?
The market is bigger. It's a bigger market that I can appeal to. I have those stories to tell too, and I'm gonna have my time to tell that. You know, God's timing is better than my timing, so it's gonna come when it's time. But you know, to do a 5-episode sitcom, it's like when Pac said, "With everybody growing braids and dreads, I'm gonna cut it off and be bald.
Yeah.
If everybody cutting off and be bald, I'm gonna grow my hair out."
Yeah.
So I just I was looking at something that was different and wasn't really being touched right then, and found a niche and tried to fill a need.
We do have a question for our viewer, Van Daniel. Shout out to Van. He's a dope, inspiring filmmaker. He said, what advice do you have to offer intermediate screenwriters?
Keep writing. Keep writing, break it down and write it again. Break it down and be humble. Be willing to kill your baby at any moment because there's ideas that's gonna flow. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody might say something and you like, oh shit. And to take your thoughts someplace else and to make your story that much deeper or develops your characters because that's what people fall in love with. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody can tell a dope story.
Right.
I can tell a dope story right now. I started selling dope. I got big. I got shot. You know what I'm saying? Right. I got robbed. I got this. Like those stories is out there. But your characters is who the people connect with. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's a number of movies that's like that tell the same story. Over a lot of movies, even songs, they all made off the same thing. Yeah. But it's how do you tell it? How do you use the words and create your magic, put your sprinkle on it? You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe these new artists. I think they just saying shit because it's popping right now.
A lot of times, I mean, but you know what? And in business, a lot of times that works.
It sells.
But I'm not saying that's the thing I would do. You know what I'm saying? Because integrity is a whole lot to it, and the audience will see that. Like you might get, it's your splash. Yeah. You can make a splash and how long your wave gonna last. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson's splash lasted from the 60s until he died.
Still kind of going.
And still going. You know what I'm saying? Like his family still eating all his wave. There's some people wave that only last a year. But when your wave happens, you gotta maximize that wave as best you can. You gotta touch the top as long as you're there, try to touch it.
Well, while we're speaking of music, let's talk about the music that goes along with the sitcom. I know one of the beat makers that kind of helped out. I ain't gonna name their names, but yes, Mills. So how'd you pick which producers to use, which artists to use, all that?
So when in creating the show, I wanted to create as big a market that I can. And I come from rapping. I come from making music.
Texas Bama, if you don't remember Texas Bama back in the day.
I was with a group named Texas Bama. We had a song called Like a Player. They got a lot of spin, got a lot of love. We did a lot of shows. We put out several albums. You know, my brothers Gotti Fees, rest in peace, Mayhem and TOS. We did our thing for many years in San Antonio. And so I've always loved making music. And so in all the productions I've done, I also do a soundtrack with it, and I also perform on that soundtrack and do videos and so on and so forth. So it was just natural that with this project to include music with it, because not only is that's what I do, but the characters, it's in their storyline. Yeah. So it connects to the show as well. And so we have a song performed by Lambo Warren and AJ Stacks called Yabba Dabba.
Shout out
That's
to
going
the
to be
cartoon.
premiering on the first
I did that
episode.
cartoon.
Okay.
When you
Yeah.
see it, we haven't dropped
Yeah,
it
yeah,
yet.
yeah,
When you see it,
Graphics.
AJ Stacks, he performed recently.
Oh, he doing his
I
thing.
think
He
HCM was
everywhere.
in Houston
Yeah.
or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
but
yeah.
I know
He was-
something.
Yeah.
So he's at
He called me. AC hit me up like, "Hey, can you go to Houston?" I'm like, I'm looking at my son. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna make it. I'm like, why was random?
He kind of has a newborn, so
I was like, what?
Gotcha.
That was random.
You kinda have
hit me up.
I mean,
So I was
newborns
They
sleep
both
a
got
lot. You could
newborns.
have just left them in the car.
Well, he was like, he like 10 months.
yeah, they both
They
kinda
sleep a
have-
lot.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, they both got little
I'm
ones.
just- I'm joking.
My
I'm
son
gonna
is
let
If
my
it was
son
possible, I
in the
would
parent
have took him.
I just lock them in the trunk.
My son is a 2-parent kid.
Yeah.
See, they've been on the phone
He owned it.
with me. When
He
I'm
be
on
wanting his attention. He can't do nothing.
Yeah.
like, dog,
With his little Ford.
like sit down.
Hey, you know what? But that energy that they give you and the feeling you get from them,
Yeah.
you can't replace that, man.
Nah, you
I
really
cherish those moments.
Like he hit me with a, you know how you be sitting on the couch and they just come, especially when they that little, and they come up to you and they give you that tiny hug, but it feel like the biggest hug.
Yeah.
But that,
Yeah. And it's better than everything that happened that
Right.
day.
Yeah, like,
man.
You know, I forgive you for spilling that juice.
I
Forgive me for doing that.
like, and shout out to Upscale.
Comedy.
Yes, we had our show there. Shout out to Upskill. Hey, Brittany,
See, right there,
say he's
Sarah.
fighting sleep at this very moment. Shout out to Mrs. Perry, his
I
wife.
know. I don't even want my wife. I know my son is. He has to fall asleep in our bed. It won't happen outside of our bed. Like he'll fight it the whole time. As soon as he lays in our bed, he's gone.
Oh yeah. Oh, they do that well.
And
They
then
do
I
that
just
well.
like to put him in his bed.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still like, I don't know nothing about, I ain't got no kids.
See, I just drag them out the bed.
I don't know.
I just grab their
nobody.
foot,
Yeah.
drag them out the bed.
But see, I got twins too.
Anybody who
I would
knows
grab both of
Grizzle,
them, drag
that's
both out the
single.
I be like, hey.
Single.
But yeah, shout out to Upscale Comedy.
Yes.
But also Upscale, they were the ones that put together the show in Houston that AJ was performing at.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
AJ, Maury, 3 Stacks, and I don't know if Blue Dallas was there.
Brittany Banks was doing her thing up there.
Okay.
And
There was a couple artists up there.
yeah. Yeah.
That's what's
So
up.
want to make sure we gave her some love.
So what's next for you after this sitcom? I know you got a lot doing. Besides the music videos you do, he does shoot music videos.
Yes, I let
Besides
you
that,
look for music videos.
what's
We
next?
do that. Commercials.
You do commercials, family reunion videos,
I did that.
You
Did that
did
before.
that?
Photo shoots.
Photo-
So all the above.
photography.
But in production wise, well, we have the music video coming for this sitcom, season 1. But what I wanted to do with what me and the team, what we talked about, is using this as a blueprint, right? So I have a film called Free Word: Moment of Impact that is currently
That's a
on
Movie.
Amazon Prime right now.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you have Amazon Prime, you can look it up right now.
What is it called? What?
Free Word: Moment of
Free word,
Impact.
free word.
And
Okay.
it's based on a future where poetry and other forms of expression have been deemed illegal. So people have started selling
When did you do
poetry
this?
in the streets like drugs.
A while back,
In
'Cause that's-
2006.
2000.
That shit is literally
17.
happening.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh
literally
yeah.
happening.
It is.
Literally. But the concept you just said, that's dope.
Mhm.
People selling.
But then he has another one too that's out, policing.
Policing is another
That's
one.
out too.
That
So
one
we gotta
was-
pick a day where all of us can just sit and watch
Yeah,
all
we're
this
gonna have
stuff.
to, yeah, we're gonna have to watch.
Policing, Free Word. Now I want to go back to the soundtracks
Mhm.
because you don't see too many people doing soundtracks anymore. A couple here and there, really mainstream, but that's dying out, especially from the 90s.
Mhm.
So what made you bring that back?
What you mean, like on like a major scale or what?
Yeah, not too many people doing soundtracks anymore like
Yeah,
that. And then when they do a soundtrack, it's a song that's been out. It's not a new song. Like back in the day, soundtracks.
Yeah, I know, like
It's not-
Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah, stuff like
Okay,
that.
wait,
Even
wait,
Rush
wait.
Hour had a sound, you know what I'm saying?
Best soundtrack ever.
Waiting to Exhale is one of the top. After that, we have to
I
do New Jack
personally,
City.
I like Soul Food.
New Jack
New Jack
City.
City,
Soul
Soul.
Food was good too. Soul Food is
Soul
inside.
Food was dope.
It's inside with Waiting to Exhale because
New Jack
Waiting to
City
Exhale
was
had
Above the rim.
Waiting to Exhale has some.
But what's the
good
name of
songs.
the producer Waiting to Exhale?
Above the rim to me is that soundtrack of all
Wait.
soundtracks.
But not only that too. What about Paid in Full?
Barbershop had the barbershop
had a good
soundtrack.
See, that's what I'm saying. Back in the 90s, early 2000s.
But then that's all the movies we named.
Yeah. But
yeah.
nowadays,
you're right.
I'm gonna slip away.
but nowadays, ain't no movie coming out with a good
One of the coldest slept on soundtracks, Malcolm X.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
I didn't know they had a soundtrack to
Malcolm
my
X.
I
Old school. I'm not talking about like rap and everything. I'm just talking about from the selections that he had. He got Cab Calloway on there. He got legends on that
I'm
soundtrack.
pretty sure he got some.
Okay,
And
so
it fits.
Certified Lovers in the building. He said
Certified
Boomerang
Lover, what
soundtrack
it do?
went hard.
Boomerang.
Oh yeah, Boomerang was in there.
See, like you said, those are the old, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Those are those.
Mhm.
But yeah, soundtracks. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, not really. I think the last sound. This ain't
The only people that have soundtracks are sitcoms that's based on
No,
music,
cartoon-
like Empire and stuff.
cartoon
And that was
movies,
the ones that
animated
kinda-
movies have soundtracks.
Yeah,
now.
but they're
like Moana.
but those are different though.
Those,
Moana, damn, you know it
Disney.
does.
No, Moana does.
Frozen.
I was down.
Disney is going to make sure they're not going
Of
to
course.
break.
Oh,
They're
they got
not
the
going
whole
to break
spectrum.
from that formula.
Of course,
They're not
because that's
going
what kids love.
I would listen to Moana soundtrack. Like me and my daughters
No,
riding in the car.
My soundtrack
And we
is
bumping.
Rio. Rio is my. I'm gonna take you. To
Oh yeah, Rio is Rio.
That's the soundtrack.
You know? See, but that's animated. But
It is.
like you say, like regular movies. Nah, it's maybe a couple of singles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it ain't real. It ain't like.
Now, as a director, this is a question I like to ask: who is a better actor,
Oh, are you just going back to that?
Will Smith
So we going back
or
season
Jamie
one.
Foxx? Right? We did
Nah,
Will
Denzel.
Smith and Jamie Foxx.
Denzel.
But no, it wasn't Denzel.
It was Will
and Jamie
Smith.
Foxx.
No, we didn't include Jamie Foxx.
We did because we took out his music and we took away their music career.
First, you can't put Will Smith and Denzel in the same acting category. They're both actors, and that's about the only.
Yeah,
difference.
you can't.
You
Will
think
Smith
it's
and Jamie
two
Foxx.
type of different actors, or
It is.
It's a number of actors.
Because I didn't say Will was better. I just said Will was more versatile, in my opinion.
Then Denzel?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Cause you feel like he says you feel like
From John
Denzel.
Q
You feel
to
like
Book of Eli.
but you feel like Denzel plays the same person, right?
No, I ain't gonna say the same person, but
It's
because
mannerism.
like John,
Devil in a blue dress.
Hey,
those are all
hey,
different.
talk to me
You
though.
know what I'm saying? If you ain't want the nigga dead, why you leaving with me?
But see, because
Yeah.
Training Day.
Yeah. Training Day.
he got
Don
different, but then you got
Big
so
Don
then you
Cheadle.
got the
Legend.
I Am
Legend.
Legend. You got Muhammad Ali. You got
The only one that Will acted in was Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
And maybe now the new one.
To be
that he
quite honest,
And the sitcom.
But we
that's
can't
the
take
only
it-
one where
he
he
was
really
a
had to
sitcom.
stand.
no, but I mean,
That's
I ain't gonna say they was better movies. I'm just saying as far as being versatile, like the Bad Boy series. I mean, Bad Boy series. You got Independence Day. You got
But none of those are built on acting. They're built on the comedy and the action. Like, cause when
Well, yeah,
when
see,
Will
that-
Smith
so,
came
okay, see,
in,
that's
he
what-
told his
okay,
agent there was only a list of certain movies that he wanted to do.
Only knock I
And
got
those were
Will
all
Smith
the
in the
top
little
10,
gate.
top 10 level movies, the
Only-
Aliens, the
Right.
cop movies. You know, he gave a list.
He got
He said these
the-
were the ones I wanted, and
Now-
he did them. And now
Do
he's
y'all feel like
at the level where he's at.
if you take away the singing part of Jamie Foxx, he's a good
Jamie
actor?
Foxx is a bomb
Minus
actor
the
too,
singing.
but I don't think he got enough.
Really?
His
Because
catalog.
almost everything he does
His catalog
is
is
with him
not.
singing.
He's talented where he can do a little bit of everything, but he's not great at any
Like
one
if
thing.
it comes to like
Other than making
like Ray,
Yeah,
and that shit, like
impersonation.
he's good at impersonations, just period.
And that was his coup de grace was right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
But when
think
I was real disappointed
I don't
when he
think-
was in that Spider-Man movie.
yeah, that wasn't his
Yeah,
movie.
that
Yeah,
was-
I
I
didn't
didn't.
like that.
I didn't. That part that didn't make sense.
It did. It was
Nah,
weird.
but I like the recent movie he was in with the pill, Power. Power is it Power?
Hey,
I don't know if I've seen that one.
I haven't seen that one yet either.
I gotta tell y'all a story
With that,
about that movie specific because I've only seen it one time.
what is it called? Is it
Spoiler
called-
alert! I want to hear it. Tell us. Spoiler alert! If you ain't seen it, you're gonna learn something about it now.
It's just not anything necessarily about the movie. The movie was great, but I wouldn't. Let's say I wasn't in my right mind when I saw it.
When you think about your military,
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't that. I was just very. I was very comfortable.
okay.
That's
Yeah,
extremely-
yeah,
yeah, I was
yeah.
extremely
If you look at the back of a dollar,
yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, to the point where I blurted out something like, And my wife had she's like, babe, like it's the movie, it ain't real. Like one of them. That's how good the movie was.
And that's the movie with the powers, right?
Yeah, that's the
Power,
movie. Yeah, the
right?
one with the.
But you know what? When a movie sucks you in like that, that's the greatness of what movies can do. It can take you and transport you to a whole nother world. And that's why I love filmmaking. You know, I love the art of it and telling the stories. And that's why I don't look at that's why I feel like I try to boost up everybody I'm around because there's no competition in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we all telling stories.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's 1 billion people on this planet. So there's 2 billion stories at least.
At least.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to hear what yours is like.
It might be the same story from a different point of view.
From a different point of view that I ain't know before.
Right.
So the Fight Lover said Jamie and Will on the same level.
Nah.
Jamie the soloist.
Will is better than Jamie.
Aubrey said Jamie did way classic. Nobody ever.
No,
I agree. I agree.
You think Jamie is better than
I
Will
agree.
in acting?
Power,
No, I think they're on the same
Miami
level.
Vice,
I think Will
classic
probably
and Jamie
is
and
more
Ivy.
commercially successful.
Yeah, he definitely.
He's Dre. He can fart on the track right now.
Yeah.
And go
Who?
platinum.
Denzel?
No, Will.
Will, yeah.
Will is hot. He's
Denzel Washington's the
Jamie
best
Foxx
man
ain't at
now.
that level yet. Jamie Foxx, you still
I
look at
think
his
he's-
movies like, well, hold up, let me see.
he's coming out with
Some of them
new
is
Mike
awesome.
Tyson.
Now that one, everybody gonna run to see
Yeah.
that.
Everybody's gonna run to see.
But you know why? Have you seen the interview when he's talking about it?
Yeah. Like he
Like,
talks about how the camera screen.
Oh my god, that made me like, ooh, I can't wait to this.
But you
movie.
also knew that his impersonation of Mike
Mike
Tyson
Tyson.
from back in the day
Yeah.
was so
Yeah,
spot
yeah, yeah.
on that he's gonna be a
He's
great
been-
Mike
he
See, I
Tyson.
did-
always thought the other dude did Mike Tyson.
Michael John White.
Yeah,
He
he did,
did,
right?
and Mike didn't like it. Mike, he was like, that shit was whack.
Yeah.
Mike said that about that.
See, I wasn't into. I
And when
wasn't,
Mike said, you gotta be like, you know what?
yeah,
No,
but Mike didn't like Cisco apparently. Though.
Now,
I ain't like, nah.
would you ever be interested in shooting a biopic? If so, who would you want to shoot a biopic of?
Ooh,
Dead or alive?
That's a very interesting.
ooh,
Because we
There's
all know
so
Texas
many-
Legends getting one. What's
There's
his name?
so
DJ
many
Screw's
people.
getting a biopic.
Mhm.
Anybody you feel like
See, they gonna
deserves
have
a
to be
biopic
careful
that
with
hasn't
DJ
got
Screw
one?
bio. They gotta be
Well,
careful.
they
with
did
that.
something.
Kind of.
It was only like 20 minutes or something
Yeah, it was
like
on
that.
YouTube.
But I feel like
It's too much.
You're really for Screw. Like I moved to Texas in 2000, so I had to really ingratiate myself with Screw music.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I knew from Texas was like was Scarface,
Right,
you know what I'm saying, Ghetto
right,
Boys
right.
and UGK when they did Big Pimpin'.
Mm.
But when I got down here, 13 years old, I'm like, what's this? They was like, oh, you can't listen to this until you started this great tape.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? And so and then I had to
You gotta
go
go from
through
the
it.
beginning.
Exactly.
And so I feel like just like when Drake tried to attempt to do that Aaliyah album and didn't consult anybody, whoever really takes that project on, they gonna have to really get down with everybody that Pimp was down with.
Right.
They gonna have to. You gonna have to include Jay Prince. You better not even
100%.
talk about filming nothing in Port Arthur without hitting Bun up.
100%.
You better
My
not.
thing is, if they're gonna do a DJ Screw biopic, do you feel like Michael Watts need one?
Well, first, let me
No,
go
Michael
back.
Watts should be in that
In
bio.
that.
He should be in.
Let me throw it
It
back.
wouldn't be no Michael Watts without.
Let's
DJ.
throw it back.
I want to go back to that other question on who I'd want to do it on. First off, on the DJ Screw flick, I want to give a shout out to Dang Films because if I'm not mistaken,
Dang
he's involved with the film.
Yeah.
And Dang Films right out.
If you don't know who he was
Right,
before
right.
he made it big,
So salute to Dang
Yeah, he
Films.
did a lot of. I remember him doing a lot of music.
I'm proud of him,
He's
man.
great, man. He's doing his thing.
He's from here.
Somebody, a project that I would like to do is possibly somebody from San Antonio, because I think we have a lot of greatness and a lot of stories here that haven't been told yet. Because to me, people be like, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. Now, I don't believe that, because New York, I can walk outside and there's a label that got a whole building right there.
Right.
In San Antonio, I gotta build a whole fan base from, you know what I'm saying, the
Ground
set
up.
from the dirt.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And just to get somebody to kind of hear me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then when I go and tell them who I am and where I'm from, they're gonna be like, oh, where you from down there?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's harder to build it up from down here. So I say if you could build it from San Antonio, you could build it from anywhere.
Because
You
you
know what
gotta
I'm saying?
think, you gotta think with the music, the Screw music, that was strictly built in Texas, and then it expanded.
Yep.
But they had so much success just in Texas,
Yeah.
like they wasn't even eager to go
Like,
outside.
you know what, real talk? it's like Bun B say, and I seen an interview with Bun B the other day, and he was talking about pimp mentality.
I think I seen that.
And how Pimp was looking at it like,
you're talking about the big pimp and
we got it right here.
Okay.
We don't need to go out there like California. They can go platinum, make millions of dollars in California.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? New York, they can go platinum, make millions of dollars in New York, and we will never hear of these people.
Right.
Texas is bigger than it.
Both of them.
Both of them, at least New York, is as big as California. You know what I'm saying? We got as many people. You know what I'm saying? So why are we sleeping on our own?
Because half the people that
TV
make it in New York, they already own. Before we get to them, like they already own.
But you know
like
what?
Pop Smoke.
The propaganda
You know,
that comes from there because they control the media makes us say, "Oh, this person is hot," and we look past who we have right here, who is probably the greatest rapper ever. But because he's our neighbor, you know what I'm saying? People sleep on him like, well, I went to school with that nigga.
Right. That's what I was just
It'd be
saying.
like that.
I was just saying. Who was I talking about? I was talking about the Drake song. What? I'm too sexy. Way too sexy. Whatever. The fuck.
Yeah.
I said, if to me personally, I hate that song. That song is garbage to me.
I hate that song.
But I understand the business part of it. It's a catchy song. It's gonna get played in the
Catchy
club.
doesn't necessarily mean good.
It don't, but it's Drake. So Drake and Future. You know what I'm saying? If a regular dude from here or just a regular dude made that song, nobody will give that song no love.
Yep.
But you got to think too, like Drake is at rockstar status.
That's what I'm.
He can fart on the track.
You feel me? Like,
He can fart on the
and then
track.
on top,
Because look, the song with I hate Future so bad. I don't know. Future was on the song with. First of all, you're on the song with Kendrick Lamar, and your shit is chitty chitty bang.
I knew he was gonna go there.
Ooh, why is that
Hey,
clear?
but you
Why
know
was
what?
that clear?
It
Murder
he-
everything. Right, I said.
There's
okay,
obviously a market for it.
Yeah.
And he's
No.
exploiting it. He's getting his bag.
I can't hate it because I
It's-
understand
dog.
it.
What's them dudes right now? Them Iron Boys.
Oh yeah.
Oh
that's
man,
fucking-
I'm an
They
Iron
They
Boy.
blow it up and don't even have a song. They just singing
They
it.
just sing it in the tub.
It's not. They ain't even got a song
They made
that I've heard anywhere.
No, they
But that's
They
how you
just
make it
do it.
big. That's what you do. You
But they
drop,
starting to get
you
that
drop it on
attention.
TikTok. You get that attention, then you drop the
And
song.
they taking advantage of their attention.
Now,
And that's the thing.
Certified Lover said, I think DeeWayne should shoot Lil Sin's bio.
Man.
Ooh.
Now, why I said we got so many here, Lil Sin is a
Lil
legend.
Sin.
Lil Sin is a legend, and the things that they went through.
I grew up the street.
Commerce
I
Street
stayed down
Records,
the
come
street.
on now.
Lil Sin stayed down the street from me for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Before I knew who, because I was in basketball, so he was already doing his music stuff. I didn't know who he was though. My cousin was like, until I seen him, and I'm like, man, that dude look familiar. And my cousin like, hey, that's Sin from down the street. I'm like,
Lil Sin is a legend.
so yeah, man, yeah. Shout out to Lil
Frustrated
Sin.
about
If
that.
someone did a biopic on you, would you want your son to play you? You think you do good playing you? Well, one, you have to cut the hair.
My oldest
He ain't getting rid of that.
He ain't cut
The
that.
oldest ain't getting rid of that.
My oldest wouldn't. He ain't
Yeah,
cut that.
oh yeah, that one, the youngest.
Active
I'm
thing.
talking about the youngest.
But my youngest, he probably would. But I think because he wants to be a builder or engineer. He wants to, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
The youngest.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Go ahead, get that, man.
I'm
Get that.
pushing them more towards that. I've been doing the entertainment industry, you know what I'm saying, for a long time from San Antonio.
So they
Right,
seen
so-
it. So they seen it. They've been around it a little bit. They seen it.
I'm pushing them for other careers. And if they want to do it, hey, you know, more power to you. I'm going to back you 100%. You know what I'm saying? But I push them to other industries.
Imagine having a building, your studio, your building like one of these, and your son
built it.
built that. That would be player.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, my son.
Your
did
son
that.
built the building
Like,
that
you
you working
understand
in,
the level
and your
of
oldest
pride.
son is cooking the food that the
Do you understand the level of pride that
that
is?
Yeah.
Like take for, like when you're like say like you're renting a space, right?
Mhm.
That's your space because you were renting that space now, and how you take care of that space. Now imagine his studios is in the building. His son planned out and all of it. He'd be damned if somebody come up in there on some food.
Yeah.
Like, cause like, nah,
Yeah.
man, like my
Yeah.
boy built this.
Yeah.
Right.
My son built
Yeah.
Y'all tripping.
Are you
Like,
judging the food before it's time? My son made this food.
Like,
Wait
for
till I
real,
get
man.
the first plate.
And these are the levels that, you know what I'm saying, I feel like as families, I mean, hearing how great y'all are as fathers, you know what I'm saying, everything you're doing, like, that's what we got to do as black men is raise our families to be the kings and let them see themselves that way. Like I tell Aubrey all the time because, you know what I'm saying, I see him with his sons all the time and he does great father things. And I compliment him on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was at me and my wife was at what's that? Sam's. We was at Sam's and there's a dude in there. You know what I'm saying? He tatted up. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You could look at him and tell probably his personality by the way he was dressed. Put it that way. Okay. You know what I mean? But he had all his daughters with him. He had like 4 or 5 daughters with him. Had the baby he was carrying her in her arm. You know what I'm saying? How all of them was dressed nice. You know what I'm saying? They was respectful. You know what I'm saying? I told him, I said, man, you got a beautiful family, King. You know what I'm saying? And those are the kind of compliments we need to be giving each other. Yeah, I don't even know that brother. I ain't know him from
that compliment could have helped them throughout the day because you never know, like you said, just because his kids are put together, he could have been breaking down inside. He could have been like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but that compliment
that could have been the last $20 he had getting that food right.
And that compliment could have been like, you know what, I can make it.
We got a family right here from San Antonio that was probably one of the dopest families in America ever, the Suttons.
Oh yeah.
And we don't know about them. Our community really don't celebrate them. Like, how much do we know as black people of ourselves in San Antonio?
If you
ask
my mom, as far as like me,
that generation,
I kind of know, but my mom knows.
That generation,
I got to send shout out to them. Yeah, I'll said that me and Lil Sin.
You know, so we had. Yeah, they do. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. So
DeeWayne
a monster.
Is a wonderful father. He's very hands-on. Oh yeah, he is.
So.
Thank you, Mom.
Look at Mama get quiet.
He said the last name Sutton, and I just wonder how far
Sutton Holmes.
Sutton Holmes, and I know I only know one person with the last name Sutton, but he's in Houston. So I was like, I wonder if because like all of his roots are between where the Dallas-Fort Worth area through here through Houston. So like,
I met Dr. Sutton in top teams in this top team.
Whole family, I think it was 9 kids, and every single one of them was a judge, a congressman, nothing less than a judge. Put it that way. All of them.
Shanika Jones says, "What's up?"
What up, Pookie?
Shout out to Shanika.
So since we on the subject of like family, kids, and everything, so I had a question.
I think I work with her. I think that's who I work with.
Pookie?
I think
everybody know Pookie.
I think. I know I was one of your cousins. I was one of your cousins.
Everybody know Pookie.
But so as far as what kids go, so now this is just changing, the subject a little. With the virus going around, now they have the vaccine for the 5 to 11 kids. So I was going to ask you your opinion on that.
Are your kids vaccinated?
My kids are vaccinated.
Okay, well you don't have no 5 to 11 then. Okay. I
mean, I think it's everybody's personal choice because there's going to be people on one side that's going to say, I'll call it conspiracy stuff. Pookie, you a legend, you lying. There's gonna be people that's gonna be like, oh, well, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. It's good for you, it's bad for you. Honestly, none of us on this level know. None of us on this level know.
Not enough. Me, I don't have enough to tell somebody don't get it.
Because the same people that are saying, don't get the vaccine because they trying to kill you is smoking a cigarette while they telling you.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Or they drinking out of a styrofoam cup. And if you know about styrofoam, then that's so slowly killing you too. So like there's so many different ways that they can do population control.
Like somebody tried to say that this like me personally, I'm not my wife got vaccinated. Me and her talk, she was like, I feel like I should get vaccinated.
She works at school. So yeah, I got vaccinated.
I said, babe, look, if you feel like you should get it, I'm not gonna stop you from getting it. Even though we married, you're still an individual. I'm not your slave master or your owner. If you feel like that's what you need to do, you go ahead and do it. But me, as personally, I'm not. I don't want to get it. That's just me. She was like, okay. So she went and got it. Now it's the 5 to 11. So now the conversation is a lot more serious because now it's involving kids. Right. So now it's like I said, hey, eventually we're gonna have to have a talk. And we're gonna have to see where this goes. Because you as an individual, I'm not gonna tell you to not get it. But me as a father with my kids, I'm just super skeptical. That's just
So one, we get tetanus shots, we get flu vaccines, like we get all these all the time. And people like it hasn't been tested long enough. It's funny because people will say one thing, they'll say, hasn't been tested long enough, so I ain't getting it. Right. But in 5 years, it's gonna turn you into a zombie. Yeah. Well, hold on, it ain't been tested long enough. So how you know in 5 years it's gonna do that? Yeah. So, but COVID, you know what I'm saying? Like this strain is new, but COVID is not.
Nah, my wife showed me that in the medical book. It's like a different strain.
There's a lot of misinformation out there, and two, the government, they've done a lot of things to make you not trust them. Right. So there's no reason. I mean, you can't sit there and fault somebody for believing like, man, I ain't gonna take that vaccine because ain't no telling. You know what, bro? You're right. But me and my wife talked about it and how she felt she wanted the kids to get it, and I didn't disagree with her feelings. Mm-hmm. Would I have gotten the vaccine if my kids didn't get it? I don't know. But I did get the vaccine because my kids have it, because once they do start separating us, I'm going to be on the same side of the fence that my kids is going to be on. Yeah. Vaccine or no vaccine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
the family will be still intact. You don't have to worry about that.
You know what I'm saying? And so really, we all experiment. Somebody say, I don't want to get it. No, you're right, bro.
Daily, you experiment daily.
You run with that experiment, and I'm going to run with this experiment. But the main thing I say is personal health. I take black seed oil. You know what I'm saying? I keep my vitamins up.
Okay, so moss, right? Yeah. Sea moss is another one. So I said this. If you're not eating and doing your thing, I really tell you to get the vaccine. I can't tell you don't get it or not, but I'm saying like you're gonna have to change up your health. Like as far as your intake on your vitamins, your minerals, and all that, regardless if you get it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because like I had it. Me and my wife had it. I had it. Travis had it. So
me and my homeboy had it.
Right. When Travis called us, so we still talking on our group chat. We like, so how you feel? He was like, I mean, I'm good. You know, I got the sniffles and stuff like that. But his homeboy wasn't vaccinated, and he got it. And I was like, how he was like, man, like he hurt me. Mm-hmm. So my mom ended up getting it. My mom got it. She was the same way. She was down bad. Only thing we can do is send her food because we can't go to the house. And she was at the house by herself. I got it. I got the family at the house, so that's hard in itself trying to quarantine. I got a 7-month-old. He want to be on me and stuff like that, so that was hard. Then a week after that, my wife ended up getting it. So it was just, but when I told my wife a few years ago when our twins was born, we're gonna have to change up some of our health, our eating habits. So we don't do the fried foods. You know, we cut out. I stopped eating pork a minute ago. And we have we schedule our meals out, like meatless Mondays. Tuesdays we do tacos, but it's like turkey meat and different kind of, you know what I'm saying?
We still do tacos on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Just for the record. San Antonio, we still do tacos on Tuesday.
But like your minerals, like your minerals, if people ain't into, like he was saying, if like the black seed oil or some sea moss, those are putting minerals in your body that we don't.
There's a lot of studies that they've done that shown that things like vitamin D, a lot of natural sea moss, black seed oil, a lot of these things help your body fend off these sicknesses already. Mm-hmm. And COVID, what it seems like is it just attacks people's weakest points in their body. Mm-hmm. So the way I see the vaccine is it's not for everybody. I think they're trying to push it to everybody because when you run a business, you have to treat everybody like kids because you can't give one person something and not give it to the other person because then you're going to have a whole bunch of people mad. Right. So you got to kind of lay a blanket law down and be like, you know what, fuck it, everybody get it. Right. I'm sorry, I don't know if y'all cuss on y'all show.
No, you're good.
But you know what I'm saying? Everybody get it. And it doesn't mean that you necessarily need it because your immune system might be good and not need it. Mm-hmm. But the person sitting right here might be weak and they spread it to other weak people. Now, yourself, you take black seed oil so you can walk into a room full of these people and be fine. Like I know a lot of nurses that have told me, like, bro, I've been working this and I ain't got no vaccine. I just make sure I wash my hands, I keep my mask on. You know what I'm saying? Your immune system allows you to do that. Right. But there's a billion people in this world with a billion different issues and a billion different ways of going about it.
I think I don't want to. This is just my assumption.
Billion. I keep saying a billion.
It's 2 to 3 in China alone.
Alone.
Right.
You see how many people was in Squid Game?
Hey man, that movie.
I think that was Korea.
Yeah,
I think I was
I
racist.
seen
So
it.
you
My
see
bad.
Squid Game?
I haven't seen
Oh my god.
It's,
Hey y'all ain't
It's wild.
seen Squid Game. Just-
I ain't
I
seen
think
it
that
yet,
shit
not
happened.
because
I
I don't
feel
want
like
to
that's
watch
their
it.
version of
I got
population
some
control.
other stuff
Look,
that I'm
look,
finishing.
It might be.
Like, cause why do
They
you
got
have
a lot
3
of
billion people? If you think about it, like it's Asia's a big is a big continent, but
Mhm.
like no country is that large.
Right.
but you should how they live though. Like I seen a movie, like a documentary on that, and it's some motherfuckers that sleeping in cabinets like stacked up like that's how
Yeah.
their housing is.
That's what I'm saying. And then like all of that, that has to be playing with those on land too. Like a bunch of people compact. Think of how it is if no AC in the car and it's you and 4-5 other people breathing.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta
You
stop.
already like, bruh, shut up. Shut up.
We taking
Don't
turns.
say another
You can't
word.
breathe for 5 minutes.
If I can't roll down this window while you talking, bruh, don't say
Like,
another word.
Like it's just crazy. Like,
Please,
And they didn't brush their teeth that day.
bruh, don't say nothing else. Talking to
Now-
your shirt.
In the car.
and a typhoon stay hit Asia
They really do.
All the time.
Hey, say
All the
that
time.
water not clean.
say, man, look, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm kind of I'm not an extreme, but I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist, right? On certain things. Some things I'm just like,
Conspiracies are real. It's just what
Yeah.
it's saying.
So I seen the Chinese government actually saying like the reason why is so many typhoons hitting those areas.
Weather warfare.
Yeah, it's not the what's the shit called? They made a movie of it. The thing in the sky.
Harpo.
It's not HARP, but the Chinese dude. I know this is off subject, but the Chinese dude, the governors were saying that America specifically, they got turbines creating these typhoons because it's happening to like never in history up until like recently.
Well,
like, them things is coming, and then the weather is.
Weather warfare has been a fact since Vietnam, when we seeded the clouds so that we could wash out their trails to try to deter them, but it ended up messing us up because we didn't know how to work their land, and they did, and they was able to make it to the mud.
Yeah.
Which was a very bad propaganda for the United States.
Well, back to movies. My co-host had a question, but he was kind of scared to ask you.
Oh no, I'm not.
He
I just wanted to see what
you want to know your reaction to it. Go ahead.
So being a movie producer and that kind of stuff, she said that you've been asked this, but I was like, I don't know. Maybe our audience probably ain't heard it before. But you ever thought about doing like smut, like porn, like filming, not doing it? Like,
Let's just say that money talks very loudly, but no, I haven't done it.
Okay.
I mean, I think I've been asked before, but
yeah, I'm sure. That's what I was saying.
I was asked one time, and I turned it down.
Yeah.
Because right now, what I'm trying to build, there's again,
You don't have your name attached to that.
Branding, and
because imagine at the end of I don't know who watched the end of porn, but imagine watching the credits and you see his logo pop up.
Usually done by
whoever's seen the credits.
That's what I'm saying. Like you be watching, you be like, wait, hold up.
And now porn nowadays used to be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't know who's doing that anymore.
Somebody weird. It's somebody weird. And not to say
I'm like, what if I knew my logo would be up there? I'm like, man, I did that logo.
it's weird.
Man.
It's people that
You could've
leave
got a
comments
booty
on that
bigger,
shit,
but
so
that was my logo.
it's people that leave comments
It's weird people.
under the
It's weird
I think
out
the
there.
people that leave, not to say that I'm watching it like that, but people that leave comments under those scenes.
Of all the ones that I've read,
Are
that's what he's saying.
look, I told my wife, babe, I just watched a lot of porn.
He tried to dance around it.
Like my wife already know. I told her, babe, look,
People have told me that there's weird comments
Look,
on the internet.
I told my wife, I said, hey babe, look, just let you know, I've watched a lot of porn in my day. So if I be like, hey babe, I'm just thinking about this position. What do you think about that at? Oh, I seen it on the scene one time. She'd be like, what? I'm like, look, I already told you.
Look, all right, put your leg up like this, right?
Seen this a million times. You know what I'm saying? But you see comments, people
Be over a
leaving
lot
comments.
sooner. Without the question.
Just go with it.
Just
So,
roll with
we'll
it.
talk
But I
about
feel like
that.
it's easier to go with the flow when you're married.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Well,
A lot of shit that we into that we see on porn, porn is fake. It's acting. Like a lot of shit on there you see, like some of them people is in relationships. Like Pinky. I don't know if y'all know who Pinky is, but she's in a relationship outside
Look,
of that.
all the brothers was like, "Oh yeah, Pinky."
You know what I'm saying? And she said,
I be saying,
that scene where you was introduced to her.
I be
Yeah,
saying,
just came in there. Oh yeah, Pinky. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's women on here like, who is he talking
look,
about?
everybody
I
was
be
like,
All the
saying,
men were like,
this nigga
Pinky.
be
Oh yeah.
live, read the comments on Pornhub.
you said what? No, I can see people leaving comments. That's what I'm talking about. Like, cause you know they got regular.
For the comments.
No.
He like,
Do I,
Dean.
if I had battery,
Forget to do
Ding.
videos.
look, if I had battery, I'll show you. When you scrolling down to the recommended scenes that give you
I
other,
believe you.
it's a comment section.
It's like
I go to YouTube to look at comments.
it's like if you roll a condom all the way back, it got a serial number.
A lot of people don't roll it back. I haven't used a condom in a long time, so I got 3 kids.
You ain't roll it back far enough to see serial number.
I ain't
You
trying
use
to
that one over your head, bro.
No, I said it first.
He's like, I got him with it.
I said
So anyway, we got the Odd Life of Shay Little coming out November 16th.
what time? You said
Pornhub? Yeah, B, they got on your ass. They be on your ass.
yeah.
Yes,
You gonna talk about
but-
Aubrey.
we ain't gonna talk
His
about
weird shit that he got going on.
Oh yeah, shout out to Aubrey too for asking the question
Aubrey,
I asked him not to ask at the event.
Man,
this
I'll
season.
be on some other kind of.
Aubrey is funny as fuck.
I told him to leave that alone, and it went right because I had a feeling.
Now he went to me. He came to me and told me that, and then I brought it up.
No, but I'm saying he was about to, and I stopped him at first. And he's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, no, you're not gonna be good because
We all
the mic
know-
going to Lauren. I know what she gonna say
If you haven't seen
based on
it,
what she.
go check
based on
out
what
our
he had.
season 3 kickoff on our YouTube page, and you'll see the question that I'll be
yeah,
asked.
yeah.
Something about the booty like grocery.
No, it had nothing to do with that. It was about homosexuality.
Oh,
And that's what
Oh, yeah,
caused
basically.
Lauren to say something.
Yeah.
And then her and girl,
Oh,
that
girl
was
went
just-
back and forth.
went back and forth, and then some random chick
Yeah, then
came from the side that was sitting at the bar, decided to tell a life
Life
story
story.
about a kid that she knew.
Sarah was just like, hey, bro, we need to wrap this up. I'm like, yeah.
but go
this
ahead
is
and watch the
definitely
season
not
3 kickoff on our YouTube page. You'll definitely see all the fun promotion and all the topics we had.
Are you have you ever did podcasting? Like,
Actually going to be doing more, working with VodPod Studios. So we have a lot, the Good Visuals has a lot more coming in all those areas from podcasting. I'm thinking about one for film, got an angle of films I want to do and just a lot of stuff in the works. Like I said, so season 2 of The Odd Life of Shay Little, we're going to be filming next year as well. So
Nice.
we did the first season to build a blueprint for ourselves.
Well, you already got our extras right here.
So, and it's gonna definitely
y'all need,
expand.
if y'all need like somebody eating in the background.
Just standing there.
yeah, just see what I'm saying.
The one that's talking but not saying nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just be in the background like this.
We gotta make sure the food is good.
I'm like, oh shit, I look like me.
Make sure that the food is actually there, because I didn't see extra. They be like eating like empty
Fake
plates.
food.
I'm like, who's eating empty plates? Like,
I'm not.
You're
I'm
not supposed to be
gonna
paying
freestyle.
attention to them. You're supposed to be paying
Nate,
attention to
Nate,
them.
you're not getting me to freestyle. You're not Nate. Nate, you're not.
Nate the good man.
You're not gonna get me like that, Nate.
Yeah.
That's what you rapping with Nathan.
up.
When you rapping back when Nathan was rapping? With 504 Boy.
We actually did. Texas Bama actually did some performances, I believe, with Empire.
Okay.
So
Nate and Certified Lover and all
what
them.
made
They
you
do. They did
stop
their thing,
doing
man.
music,
Still
and
doing
what are
it.
your
Oh!
thoughts on the music scene now?
I don't think I ever really feel like I stopped doing music. It was just of where I was shooting for the music to go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
At one time I was looking to be an artist, right? A performer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I'm older now, so I'm not looking to break into the industry, and I'm not looking to be going on tours, things like that. I have a family, I have different responsibilities, so but the music has never left. Like
Yeah.
you can still go into the booth You know what I'm saying? Go lay some tracks.
He said he can
and I
still
use it for
freestyle
business.
tonight. What?
Huh? Freestyle. Hold up.
We're gonna have to play some of y'all old jams.
If I'm not
Well,
getting paid, I
if you
can't
don't know,
freestyle.
you can see Texabama. You can see the Texabama interview on YouTube page. I think it's on my YouTube page. U3 Radio interview Texabama, so you can see that back. But what are your thoughts on the music scene now?
The music scene, as far as a whole, like as wide, like
Well, San Antonio music scene,
San Antonio music scene
underground music scene.
is booming, man. This young talent out here they doing their thing. Like I say, Lambo Warren dropping hits. You got legends like Cheddar. You know what I'm saying? Still out here doing this music.
He took his like serious. He moved like
when your talent takes you where it takes you. Like you never know what doors are gonna open.
He was an artist. Like he was an artist, but like he wanted to see you do good. So it wasn't like no shady stuff going on because he produced too. You know what I'm saying? So
we got a lot of legends here, man. Like you said, Lil Sin.
Cause I tried to tell her about Cheddar and 5'6", Straight Shining. She didn't know who 5'6" was. You know Cheddar's brother?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta realize I didn't get into the San Antonio music scene until I started.
Because I was saying him and Abar got.
Oh yeah,
maybe two of the hottest.
I didn't get into the music scene until I started U3, so I didn't know anything.
Yeah,
any underground artist you feel like should do a versus between each other, or who you feel like would be a perfect versus against the Aubrey?
Ooh,
against
Aubrey, what's up, man? You talking about a versus?
Who would be a good versus, hits for hits, song for song?
Sosa.
Ooh,
Sosa,
that's a good one.
Nice.
Sosa, nice.
Well, I ain't gonna.
And they got a lot of dope music together too. So
Blackout say he ready.
Oh, Blackout a legend too.
Blackout say he
the
ready.
Army, the whole
10-year plus.
So okay,
10-year
who would you
plus.
put the Army against? Group for group, because how many groups out there?
15-5.
Texas Finest.
Third Degree.
But Texas, no.
Oh no!
I wouldn't do Texas.
Bama can come out of retirement and do a little verse.
Hold up. PKO.
Yeah, see, it's a lot of
no.
No, I said
Okay.
I wouldn't put Texas Finest because they got like music with like some. They got some
Big House Click.
I don't know Big House.
78 Riders.
See, those was like
back. Look, he's taking us back. He's taking it back when I was 2 years old, 3 years old. Look, that was way before time.
Big Roddy.
I know Big Roddy.
Like we got a lot of legends around here. Kali.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's people out here that's been doing music so long, and then the producers out here doing their thing. San Antonio got it.
I always said.
Thank you for tuning in.
Always said that.
So San Antonio has say don't want them problems.
Who said that?
Okay, we know we're gonna set it up on U3, on Where You Ask. I do so many stuff on Where You Ask podcast. We're gonna set this up. You heard it live.
We can pick
back me up, D.
We can pick a venue.
Okay, back me up. You pick the venue. We're gonna set this
Go
up.
down.
We have another one in the works that we're gonna set up, but we ain't gonna drop no names yet. So we're gonna set up some verses for you guys. And what would be dope, which I really want to set up, I know this has nothing to do with it, yeah, but I'm trying to want to set up an old school mic pass. With all the legends that you spoke, this happened before in one song, right after together.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of.
And then also, what else I want to do too, maybe we can get on the works too, is I want to do a documentary on a lot of these. Because everyone always asks us, where does the San Antonio music scene start?
Right.
And I feel like,
I've asked that question.
And I feel like that'd be a dope to do a documentary.
I know when I was really starting to hear about San Antonio, really opened my eyes to San Antonio hip hop was PKO.
See, in Texas Finest, Mr. and Chase said the same thing.
Yeah, PKO was doing it. Like when Luke was getting shut down for freedom of speech. PKO was going through their problems for very similar things.
And shout out to Luke, because if it wasn't for him going through what he went through.
He said, well, wait, I can rap him. I rap every day.
And shout out to Mark's Outings. Mark Outing, the I'd Like to Shake Little is brought to you by Mark's Outing. Okay. And Mark Outing is also part of PKO.
Okay.
So
nice.
Working with a legend.
Still in the mix. That's what's up, man. I've heard of PKO. I haven't heard their music because back then I was more closer to 15-5 and Texas Finest and stuff like that. Because I went to school with Chase.
Yeah.
I've been knowing Chase and Mr.
Well, see, PKO was back in like 92, 93, 90.
They mentioned them because they was rapping. Like Chase and Mr. been doing music. Chase been doing music since I know him. So he was around like.
I didn't find out that until you three. I grew up on the Northeast side.
Yeah.
Right there.
No, but you got on the north side, you still have the 78 Robbins though.
San Antonio's baby.
Yeah.
I hear about
Shout out to Mr. Man, Mr. the homie, man. He always, every time I see
Shout
him
out
when
to
we out,
Texas
man, he
Fines,
always,
they doing
he
it
makes
good
sure
shit.
he be like, hey, you good? I'm like, yeah, we straight.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to Mr. Man. And I would throw a plug out there for you, Mr., but I ain't better do it for his little business.
What's his business?
He a car salesman.
Oh, do it.
Nah, we got to charge for that.
You know you just did it though, right?
No, I didn't say the name though.
Oh.
Well,
Well, Big Mr's car business.
Well, real quick, shout out to if y'all are in the combat sports, the viewers, y'all know me. I fight. I'm
Good
heavily
MMA.
appreciated.
Okay.
My teammate
Need security. That's your guy.
CJ Vergara. He's from San Antonio. Y'all may have saw a story that Kent's 5 did on him. Well, this weekend in Madison Square Garden, it's his first official fight for the UFC. He's the first fight on the entire card, on the prelim card, very first fight. On the
San
big
Antonio,
on the
Madison Square Garden.
on the biggest card of the year. That's Kamaru Usman, somebody I grew up with, he's a good friend of mine. Him and Kobe Covington are going at it again for the belt. And there's another title fight that night
I know
as well.
the name. Usman. Is that the dude?
Kamaru Usman.
He beat a lot of motherfuckers, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he the Nigerian cat.
Yeah, because him and Adesanya.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Israel Adesanya is my. Him and
shout out to CJ, man. Like they out there now. Like our MMA coach Ray is flying out tomorrow. Our other head coach, man. If I can get the MSG by Saturday, you better believe I go.
That's an 18-hour drive.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? But shout out to them. Spread pack, man.
Oh, shout outs, man. The family, everybody that's been involved with Good Visuals and the I Like Shay Little, my mentors. See, I'm generically saying because like you asked me that and like I went blank on all that. But no, anybody that's I've worked with or working with to help create this these ideas into reality. Because like me and Aubrey was talking about it earlier, these were just ideas in my head at one point. And now I'm on podcasts with y'all speaking about it.
Yeah.
And that's just amazing to me. And once we premiere, my prayers is that everybody tunes in and checks it out.
Definitely.
Definitely because it drops on a Tuesday and we do our podcast on Wednesdays. So we
you
watch
go.
it, talk about it.
Oh, and that evening afterwards, we are doing a podcast directly after the show with Radioactive Podcast, where we're going to be talking about topics on the show.
Oh, that Radio Not Active podcast. Yeah, I heard about them.
Oh, yeah.
We always
AC Tina
Turner and Honda Civic, man. No, that was
So,
podcast.
and next time y'all have a game night, and y'all have some real game nights like Bones.
I thought about having the dominoes.
I see the way you looked at me. Now,
I'm good at dominoes now.
Respectfully,
I don't know no other. I
don't respect the domino game until I sit on the table with you.
And I respect that.
They always getting on me about that.
Respectfully.
They always getting on me about not knowing hood games, but I do know dominoes.
Hey, we can play some dominoes.
I don't know how to play spades, but I do dominoes.
Now, I might hurt your feelings on the domino table.
I don't know. I've learned. My shout out to my RP, my father-in-law, but he taught me some. He taught me some things.
Right?
Yeah. One of those things like you pick up your dominoes, and he already know what's in your hand.
Go ahead, that big three.
You like,
God, oh. All right.
You looking like.
But you know what? I'm I'm gonna lay this big 3 and let you play that 3-4 and come back with that 3-6 and take
Is
that
this
same 10. We ain't going nowhere. Where you want to go?
Look, you gotta
Play
learn.
cutie now.
That's how you gotta learn, man. That's how you gotta learn. You gotta learn playing with, like, if you want to learn how to play spades, play with some old school spade players.
That cheap.
They gonna teach you. They gonna teach you the game. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Because you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn how to cheat.
I don't know.
You can't let them
worst thing
get
you
up
can do is
no
redeem. Yeah, that get kicked out the family.
Thank
You
you
get
to the
kicked out
people
the
who
family.
tune in. We love you guys. We do have a lot of game
Thank
nights
you.
coming up soon, so just make sure you tune in. We have lots of game nights. I know one, we're gonna have one with their wives, so hopefully maybe we do one with your wife.
Okay.
See which couple know each other the best.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the best. If y'all don't know each
Definitely.
other,
How long you
one of
been
y'all
married?
gonna be the doghouse.
We've been married for 20
Oh shit.
years now.
20
Okay.
years.
I've been
Three
with
kids,
my
right?
wife.
3 kids.
2 boys and a girl.
Mhm.
I've been with my wife for
2 pit bulls
18,
and a chihuahua.
but I've been married for 12.
You have 3 kids, twins.
Yeah, I got twins
2
and
kids.
two.
No kids, no married. So anybody that knows good little around my age that's successful, looking to settle down,
See,
come
you
away.
being
My
too
number is
specific.
210
Your preference, man. You gotta work for the preference, man.
61.
Oh,
61.
so here we
Kids
go.
be tall.
I always
She
tell
said, I want
her.
my kids to be
I
tall.
always tell her.
61.
Back to LeVar Ball.
Well,
right?
61.
Well, here's the thing,
Said.
When
You
you
say
fight
6'1", then you say your mama told you your daddy was 6'6",
My
6'5".
dad was like 6'5".
Okay, that doesn't necessarily
It
equate.
don't, but it gives my chances.
So,
So I didn't get that.
A little
'Cause my
My
sister's
chances
dad
a little
is like
bit.
6'3". My sister's like,
You never know where
6'1".
these kids will pull from.
You
Right.
never know. But
You never
if I'm
know.
5'8" and they said, well,
It's
at
crazy.
least he got semi good.
you might get a
My
5'5"
daughter-
son.
5'8", 5'6".
My daughter looks like 4 different people in the family. She looks like
She
both
really
her
does.
grandmas.
That's what she does. She
Does
looks
that
She looks like her cousin
She looks like her
That is-
grandma.
and her auntie.
That kind of creeps me
I can
out
see
when
that.
you look at, like when you posted the picture of your daughter. I'm like, fuck, man, she looks like both of them. Like,
She did.
like, and you and Brittany don't look alike. So you're like, hey, that's weird. Like when I look at my son, at his baby picture and my baby picture, like you can't tell who is who. I even did it to my son. I was like, hey, look, that's you.
Mhm.
That's you with my grandma when you was a baby. He was like, what? I said, yeah. He was like, oh, I met her? I'm like, nah, that's me.
He said, I
I
met
did
her.
that when I was like 16 with my homeboys, because like my mom, even now, you go to her house, she has her baby picture and my baby picture.
Yeah.
Us and like, the little bassinet thing,
Right.
whatever. And same hand placement, the whole nine. Mine is in color, of course, right? So one of my homeboys came over and he was like, oh man, that's dope, man. They took your baby, like they took your baby picture and made it black and white. That's pretty dope. I'm like, bro, that's my mom. He was like, damn, dog.
Yeah. This thing you can't fake it.
Oh, man. Yeah,
That's
man.
why my man gotta have good genes. Can't fake it. So, like I said,
Look,
be out there.
I'm going to tell you like this,
my
man.
way. Don't listen to them.
I'm going to tell you,
They been trying
When
to
you
set me
pray-
up online.
when you
They
when
want it.
you ask your creator, whoever it is, for a specific person, and you're gonna leave some shit out, he's gonna give you what you asked for, and you're gonna find out. That's not what I wanted though. Like, yeah, he's 6'1", he's successful, but he also beat my ass. You didn't
Oh, damn.
you didn't ask
No.
for you didn't ask for a non-abusive dude. You just asked for a 6'1"
Be
successful
careful what
dude.
you ask for.
That's
Be
true.
careful what you
You
ask
can't be
for.
as specific.
I get it.
Like
That's
kind of
true.
tallish.
We was supposed to do a
That's
live.
right.
We was
No,
supposed to
it's
do a
not.
live dating show, but that never happened.
Yeah, we was gonna do a dating show, but
Okay,
She
hey,
fell
look,
through.
hey, you keep
fell
bringing
through.
that up.
she fell through.
Put your business out there. Don't stop bringing that up.
We
Stop
can do a
you
live
can
dating
Stop
show.
bringing that up.
You finna do an
We
auction.
could do a.
What?
They think I'm a G up in these streets, but I'm not a G.
Man, shit,
They just think I'm a
We'll
G.
tell you
but I'm
all.
not.
Legend.
We'll tell you all camera.
Yes, I am a legend in the music industry. But speaking of music, I am dropping a song.
Yeah.
I'm not a rapper, but it is on my bucket list to drop a song.
I know, man. That's on my bucket list
I have
too.
2 bucket lists. One was to do a battle, and I did that. I won, and now dropping a song. November 17th is coming. That's a Wednesday. So
You nervous?
I've been doing it. Am I nervous to drop the song?
Like you nervous? The
I
feedback.
thought I would be, but no, I'm ready for it. Especially, I guess, because I'm not doing it like most artists who just like record a song and drop it. I'm actually doing it right, getting my business together, getting my promo game together. So
So that means you gotta go on a promo run. You're gonna have to go on Radioactive.
I started with Urban Street on Monday. You saw that?
Yeah.
Urban Street was on
Shout out
Monday.
to Urban Street.
They were cameos in it,
They
right?
have cameos in the sitcom as well.
I saw that. I started off with them.
And then when you see that scene, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Make it sweet.
So I'm gonna hit up some other stations too. Yeah, I'm gonna do my
We're actually
promo.
doing speaking with them tomorrow night.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
that's what's up, man. I've been on there one time with Flu when him and IQ was doing
Shout out
that,
to Flu.
doing that little thing. Him, IQ,
Yeah,
and
that's
Yoda.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were doing it. We did a little radio run over there. too.
IQ, Yoda, shout out to
Good
you
people,
too.
man.
Both.
Shout
I think the reason I'm
Sharon
not
Meadow,
nervous is
man. They
because
show a lot of support.
Hey, decade plus. It's,
Right.
it's a lot of us in that game that's been doing that thing here for 10 years plus. And I salute all of them. Like Blackout was saying, you know what I'm saying? Like 15-5. And I remember 15-5, we would be downtown. And we'd be on one side of the street. They would be on the other side of the street. And we hustling CDs. We salute to them. They salute us. We shoot up to Eisenhower Flea Market.
Mhm.
They be on one side of Eisenhower. We be on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Flipping CDs. But that's how it went. You know what I'm saying? And we all still show each other love and salute each other.
Yeah, shout out to 15-5. Shout out to Blackout, man. He the only
Blackout,
artist that I've seen
Crazy.
still that'll get on the bus, go
Triple
downtown,
B.
and actually walk and put his
Yeah.
music out there.
shout out to
Like
Blackout.
people don't do that no more. I mean, you can get comfortable doing it the digital way, which is the quickest way, but sometimes people want to see you.
And not sleep on them either. Streets though. With
Yeah,
ball
streets.
hogs.
Shout out
Ball
see,
hogs
that-
over there.
we about
Right
to-
there by the
we
AT&T
supposed to be
Center. Go
doing,
get some barbecue, man.
Yeah, we're supposed to be doing like an interview.
I'm telling y'all, San Antonio got it. San Antonio, everything you say, San Antonio already got it. We there.
I didn't even know he was with 15-5. I stopped there to talk to him,
Mhm.
and I was like, my
OG.
homeboy JB work up there, and he was like, I was like, yeah, my homeboy JB. He was like, oh yeah, podcast. I was like, yeah. I said, I seen a picture. I was like, oh, 15-5. I said, yeah, my homeboy JB brother rap Blackout. He was like, yeah, that's you right there. I said, he was like, that's me right there. I said, what? He was like, yeah,
Oh,
on
yeah.
the streets. I was like, I rap with them back. I said, forgive me, bro.
Man.
I said,
Hey, Streets was dropping albums.
right. I grew up with Triple B them. They used to always be in the
That was
club.
back when the radio station used to actually play us.
Ooh.
Mhm.
I
That's
just called
a whole
98.5.
nother conversation.
I called 98.5 out too much. I ain't even gonna.
That's a whole nother
I ain't
conversation.
calling them out. I always call them out. I tried to pitch my show with them. I wasn't Latino enough. I know enough Spanish. Basically what they told me. It sounds good.
Oh wow. I mean, but what you expect?
That was
We
back
had-
when Univision took over and they was losing
Yeah.
views and then looking for new shows. So I pitched my show.
But you got to look at it. This and see. So something else we got to think about though. We are only 7%.
That's why I was
San
gonna say
Antonio.
the
Yeah.
So
demographics.
when they're looking at it, we coming to them like, bro, put me on. They like, well, there's probably about 93% of this city that's not gonna ride with you the way
Yeah.
you think they are.
Yep.
And
we can always.
I might be totally wrong in the numbers, but still anything above 49% they gonna go towards.
Yeah.
Right.
51% they gonna go towards. They're going towards money. It's not so.
It's a business.
Until we show again, it's our responsibility
Exactly.
to make them notice us. And if they haven't yet, then what do we need to do that? And we don't ask them. We look at ourselves and say, what do we need to do? Which way do we need to do it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
And right now, California is coming to Texas.
You ain't
California is coming to Texas. And so
That's why the
You ain't
Breakfast
lying.
Club- that's
those
why
of
they
us
put
that are
New
here
York
in
too, right? That's why they put the
mainstays,
Breakfast Club in the mornings.
those of us that are here in mainstays, stay doing this podcast.
Mhm.
Don't stop doing it.
'Cause it's
Because years from now, somebody's gonna come back and be like, damn, y'all had Lambo Warren on the show. Y'all had Dat Mayne DeeWayne on the show. Y'all had this person on the show. Now they here. Now they doing things. You know what I'm saying? And now your show done blown up. Like Charlamagne.
That is the avenue that you need to. Okay, when I do my promo run, I gotta hook up with Where You Ass and Radioactive.
Exactly.
Connect
I'm-
outside of San Antonio.
Exactly. That's what makes me stand apart with my song. When I say I'm hitting up every radio station, even if I've been on there before. I've been on there to promote my song. I was on there to promote other stuff. So I don't care how big or small you are. I'm hitting you up.
That's
Let
what's
me
up.
get on there.
I mean, everybody got an audience. It don't matter if
Exactly.
you big or small. Everybody has an audience. And you don't
Exactly.
know who tunes in that audience that knows somebody.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, all promotion is good.
I always find a lot of good music listening to podcasts. I find a lot of good music listening to podcasts. At this Mic and Talk, there's a lot of good music.
Right, yeah.
Corey Mack, when he goes live on Instagram, plays a lot of music before he starts. I kind of like
December 6th, man, we got a song called "Get Off Your Phone, Ho."
Get up off your phone, ho.
Coming, you know what I'm saying?
Get
I'm gonna drop a mixtape.
feel like that was so timed.
No, it is, but
He said-
and we have a beat coming soon.
And then he said, by the way,
Yeah, it's funny. We have a
Well, you
There's a
wanna know what made me because Travis.
Travis in the show.
Yeah.
And there's a
I already
beat.
knew what it was.
But we're serious about it, too.
too.
People who don't know, we are serious about this. There's a
Nah,
beat.
for real.
I hit up my beat maker who used to live here. That boy 3D. It's your boy
Mhm,
3D.
mhm.
Yeah.
He moved to ATL. He's in the process of making the beat. I hit him
That's
up
what's up.
yesterday.
I'm gonna
So
have
we
to
get
talk.
it
I'm gonna
done.
have to talk to
3D is
Lambo. Aubrey, you still on here? I'm gonna have to holler at you because he was the main one. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing it, he was get off your phone, ho.
You're gonna have to get a verse.
So,
But
so
there's a
man,
whole vibe to it.
he is, man. He'll hype you up.
if you missed tonight's show, you missed the dope show, you can catch us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play every Monday. We drop a new episode. Monday, we drop a new episode. Or you can just go back on our YouTube and Facebook page and we watch this.
Make sure you subscribe, man. We need those subscriptions, man. Subscribe and
to our
like.
YouTube channel.
You know what I'm saying? We need those.
YouTube, subscribe to us. Hit that little bell. Ding.
Yeah.
Let us know.
And go to
Awesome.
goodvisuals.com.
Also.
Exactly. So you know when it catch the sitcom when it drops. The
On
hot
November
lights, the little
16th.
shade. So you know
We're
when
actually
it
gonna be dropping a sneak peek, possibly even tomorrow.
Ooh.
Okay.
So
Tomorrow.
Let us know
I actually
what
need to go back and work on some of it tonight. So.
yeah, so let us know, man. I'm
Definitely.
ready to see it because Aubrey's promoting the hell out of it.
I can't wait till you drop this album cover or this single cover, man.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
I'm
dope.
saying that was way out of my element.
Who did the cover?
I know it's the
Pull up in
best.
that yappa
That
dabba,
was
feeling
the
yappa
best.
dabba.
I was
The
there.
best.
I was there.
But I am your girl, DJ Baby Blue Diamond.
It's your boy T1.
It's your boy D, aka Mr. I need to shorten that, right? I can just say
Mm-mm.
Just a lot.
Mm-mm.
no.
Keep
All
it.
right, fuck it. Boom. It's your boy D, aka Mr. Live at 5.
And I'm Dat Mayne DeeWayne.
And this is where you ask and we out.